At this point, let's bring in CBS News immigration and politics reporter Camilo Montoya-Galvez because, Camilo, with this issue of children being deported, there's now confusion. The administration is saying the parents wanted to take them. That's not necessarily the case for each of them. Can we start with the child that was deported despite an attempt to change custody? Help us understand what's happening there.
Here are the facts as we know them. We know that according to federal court documents, there was this mother from Honduras who had an order of deportation because she was in the U.S. illegally, and she was living with her 2-year-old daughter, who is a U.S. citizen because she was born here on American soil. They went into an ICE check-in appointment to comply with the immigration court process, and the mother was arrested and told that she had to face deportation. According to ICE, the mother opted to allow the daughter to come with her to Honduras on that deportation flight. But what the rest of the family is arguing, Errol, is that the father tried to have the daughter remain in the U.S. by appointing a legal guardian who presumably has U.S. citizenship or other legal status here to take custody of the daughter, of the child, and allow her to remain here on American soil. ICE said it did not get the necessary information to do that and instead deported the mother and the child to Honduras. So again, this gets at the central question about whether the administration is moving too aggressively, too quickly to carry out these mass deportation operations, and in the process along the way, trampling on the due process of citizens and non-citizens alike.
Right. I think even one of the judges in these cases noted that a 24 or 48-hour window isn't enough time to allow people who are about to be deported to make their case. Perhaps
a judge appointed by current President Donald Trump in his first term.
Right, to get a sense of where that judge came from. But there's more cases. There's also the incident of a child who's being treated for stage 4 cancer, also deported despite being a U.S. citizen. What's the information there?
That's right. This family was also on the same deportation flight from Louisiana to Honduras, and it included at least one U.S. citizen child, a 4-year-old boy who suffers from a severe form of cancer, and he was receiving medical care here in the U.S. Like in the other family, his mother was in the U.S. illegally and had a deportation order. But according to advocates, the family did not get a chance to consult with lawyers and also with doctors as to the child's health condition before the deportation took effect. And now that family is also now in Honduras. ICE's position and the administration's legal position is that the children who are U.S. citizens by virtue of their American citizenship can ultimately come back when they want to, but we're talking about children again, and the parents who were deported are now banished from the U.S. for at least 5 years, so they cannot come with them back to the U.S. So the open question is how those children will be able to come back to American soil.
Precisely, and for that child, the healthcare disparity between Honduras and the U.S. is quite notable. Camilo, we appreciate you bringing us the latest on all of this. Thanks so much. Now, while the White House is laser focused on immigration, fresh new CBS News polling shows Americans are actually critical of the administration in other sectors. We've got some information to show you. As this new poll reveals, President Trump's approval rating has now dipped to 45%. That's down from 53% on February 9th. Also, 75% of people polled think Mr. Trump is making major changes to how the government works. And as you see on your screen, only 9% believe he's actually not making changes. And this is also interesting. 53% believe the U.S. economy is now getting worse since the beginning of the president's second term. Around 70% of MAGA Republicans, though, believe the economy is getting better. And we also have these numbers to show you. A majority of those polled believe the administration is not focusing enough on lowering prices and focusing too much on implementing tariffs.